Hello, Internet, Jesus loves you. My name's Cody, and this is the Christian News Show we do on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays with GeeksUnderGrace.com. I have a couch. It's not a pretty couch, but I have a couch. If you want to help support the show, there's a couple ways you can do that. First of all, you can just share this video. That does amazing things. Or right over here, there's a little thingy you can click on if you wanted to help financially. And now I can promise that it doesn't go into thrift store couch funds. And at the request of a viewer, I thought we could start things a little bit differently with some upcoming movies. First of all, there is Beyond the Mask, which is out now, and it looks really good. I've heard great things. It kind of looks like Zorro. It takes place during the Revolution, but it looks like one of those where it isn't Christian movie first. Like, they're not trying to shove anything down your throat. They just was made by Christians, so there's Christian values, which honestly, I think is the way to go. Also, Do You Believe is out, and it is very different than Believe Me, so do not be fooled. I don't know a whole lot about it, but from what I've heard, if you like God's Not Dead, you're gonna like this. Many people saying it's basically God's Not Dead 2. And I just realized I said upcoming, and both of those movies are out. But this one is upcoming, and that is David and Goliath, which they are marketing as Exodus and Noah done right, meaning more accurate. And I'm not gonna lie, it does look a little cheesy, but if you can, you should definitely support indie Christian movies because we need them to not be indie. Things don't get better unless you support them. Next up, I want to talk about PCUSA. That's the Presbyterian church denomination that is now allowing gay marriage. And the reason I bring that up today is because 34,000 churches have decided to cut ties with the church because of this decision. Which honestly, it's understandable, but it is huge. I think it's just kind of crazy and interesting how big of waves decisions can make. And in some really sad news that I'm seeing all over the place right now. Nobody knows exactly what happened, but a church van holding 18 people crashed into a ditch, killing 8, one of them the driver. The other 10 are in serious condition. They were all brought to the hospital. What we do know is that they were driving on State Road 78, passing through Highway 27. They missed the stop sign there, so they went through all of the highway traffic and then landed in a ditch partially filled with water. And again, nobody really knows why this happened, if the driver was asleep, why he wasn't paying attention, anything like that. But prayers for safe recovery, prayers to people who lost loved ones, kind of reminds you just how short life could possibly be. I mean, they were on a church trip. Next up, I want to talk about Nigeria because they are having elections. Of course, there had to be technical difficulties, so they are having to do this for a second day, hoping that it would have only been the one. And it's all a really strange situation because everyone wants democracy except for Boko Haram. And to hold these elections shows great strength and courage from the country itself. But it also means 12 dead yesterday from drive-by shootings by Boko Haram. And possibly more civil unrest depending on who wins. It's all very bittersweet because it is a good thing that they are still having these votes, but it's also very dangerous. You don't ever want anyone to die. That being said, obviously prayers out to them as well. And our final story of the day is about a man named Adam Smith. He used to be a CFO for a manufacturing company that did like medical devices, and now he is on food stamps. And the reason that he was fired and had to do this was because he went to a Chick-Fil-A and he made a video during the drive-thru where he yelled at the person working at Chick-Fil-A, telling the person that they should be ashamed of themselves for working there and that Chick-Fil-A is a company of hate. This obviously in reference to their stance on homosexuality. And the guy hasn't been able to find a job since because anytime he does, they find out that he did this video and they're like, no, we can't have that in our company. And there's a couple things that I wanted to point out with this. First of all, the internet is forever. Whatever you do on the internet is there to stay. I've always had to walk a fine line of giving my opinion without just completely ruining my life. So that being said, he got what was coming to him. But there is another side of this story because when he went to work and they told him that he was fired, the reason that they told him he was fired is because they had messages upon messages of bomb threats. So he was opposing a Christian point of view, which means that it was probably Christians giving this guy bomb threats. I really don't even know what to say, because I don't think anyone watching this would be someone who would give the guy a bomb threat. I don't think that Chick-Fil-A would give out bomb threats, but apparently there are Christians out there that were totally okay with doing so. And honestly, that should scare you, at least a little bit. And I think that's where I'm going to end the day, with something to think about. Question of the day is going to be, obviously bomb threats are wrong, but do you think that what you say on the internet should be so judged so strongly that you could maybe not even get a job for what you said, depending on how many people see it? What don't you guys have to say? So please leave a comment in the comment section below with your answer. Make sure you check out GeeksUnderGrace.com for more geeky content. My name's Cody Armour, bringing you Christian news in a not so boring kind of way every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In closing, let the haters hate, let the Christians pray. To everybody, like, subscribe. I will see you later, and God bless.